What's up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you a little video. AR-15, build or buy? So, I've had friends ask me this question before. Should I build one? Should I buy one? So, this is going to be kind of generally towards anyone who's new to guns, but at the same time, if you're a gun person and you're kind of thinking, should I buy one or should I build it? Well, here you go. So, for the new people, if you're getting into guns and you want to because of whatever's going on, whether it's, lower 48 stuff, because I don't live down in, the lower 48. I live up in Alaska. So for me, we don't worry too much about the craziness down there. Most of the stuff up here is pretty chill, at least when we have to deal with bears and moose. Um, but our homeless problem, nowhere near as bad as most of the other things. So we're kind of lucky on that. But if you're getting into the guns and you want to know, should I buy one or build one? Well, if you have a friend who's a gunny or anything else like that, gun nut, whatever you want to call it, take them along with you. Go to your local shops, and if even if you don't have a friend that you can go with, go to your local shops. And I mean, I'm not talking about like Bass Pro, Cabela's, or anything else like that. No, I mean like a local gun shop. And go to them and tell them, hey, I'm looking to build my first AR-15. What do I need? What should I go? How should I go about this? And they will help you. Matter of fact, actually, if you're lucky, they will actually order all the parts you need and you want there at the store. All you have to do is just say bam, 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 bam. They give you what you want. You basically pay for it. Most of it can actually get shipped to them, and then the other stuff can get shipped to you. And the thing is, all you have to worry about is the lower receiver. So the little part where you go pew pew with, okay? The trigger mechanism, all that kind of stuff. If you get an 80% lower or whatever else, but of course at the same time, right now with the ATF, it's getting a little funky. But still, um, go in and actually talk to them about it. Now, if it's really intimidating for you, like you're looking at it, you're like, oh my God, there's all these parts, bolt carrier group, your trigger mechanism, when it comes to like what kind of rail system, how long do you want the barrel to be, things like that. Not to mention whatever like other attachments you're gonna want to put on your AR-15, because the way I see it, when I bought mine had an actual function to it. I wanted it to be my shit hit the fan gun. So when you're buying one, right, what's your functionality going to be? Are you going to be, using it for just shooting, practicing, having fun? So if that's going to be the case, that's a good way to start. Or are you going to have it for like, oh, hey, long range shooting? That's another thing you might want to consider. Are you going to want it for like how I have mine, which is a shit hit the fan gun, which, I mean, at the end of this video, I'll show you and I'll tell you exactly why I got all the stuff, why I bought it. Because when I bought mine, got it from Palmetto State Armory, really good company, and I love my gun. So one of the things I want to do, because when I first saw it, I was like, I'm going to buy one, and I'm going to put all my attachments on it, and, just go from there, because that's what I did. I bought a gun, a bare bones gun, and then I just started changing out certain things like the charging handle. I kept the bolt carrier group. I kept the trigger mechanism, because honestly, the bolt carrier group is perfectly fine. I like how it works. It functions perfectly how it's supposed to. And honestly, the trigger for like a stock trigger, really good. And the only thing I changed on it was mainly the charging handle, because I like having an ambidextrous charging handle. Just in case if my main hand gets injured or whatever else be the case, it's going to make it less awkward, just in case if I need to switch up hands on which one I'm using the charging handle with. So, and it also limits you having to let go of the gun, use your opposite hand or whatever be the case to, charge the handle back. So, when it comes to those kind of things, if it's intimidating, go the route I did, which is buy one and then just slowly start buying the parts you want for it when it comes to it. Okay. And then if you're generally pretty good at building things, putting things together, just go out with a friend, say, hey, look, these are the things I want. And you might not even have to go to a gun shop. If you have a friend, you can order everything online. You can have the lower receiver sent to your FFL, and then you can have the barrel and everything sent to you, which is really, really awesome, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. So, build or buy. like I said, it's really a personal preference on like whether you want to build one or buy one. And see, you can actually get some really bare bones AR-15s for pretty cheap. Sometimes you can get them for like $299, maybe 350, 400 in between there. Like I think for a bare bones, depending on the type and the company you go with, you'll get them for $599 to $700, maybe less. So between the 300 mark to about $700, you'll get a bare bones. Now, the more price range you're going up, the more things you're more likely to get with it, whether it's, a mag pull grip, or, maybe it comes with a very unique kind of charging handle, or maybe the bolt carrier group is a little bit better, or, maybe it comes with an optic, maybe it comes with iron sights. Because when I got mine, didn't come with iron sights, didn't come with anything on it, minus trigger, bolt carrier group, everything. And of course, the gun was put together, so you don't buy a gun and you have to put it together. So no worries on that if that's what you're curious about. But you know, it's easy as that. Just take a friend with you, and then just go from there. But this is mine. This is my custom AR-15. That I've gotten. So this is my shit hit the fan gun. Now, before I actually continue, I'll show you. Yeah, this is loaded because this is my drum mag that I bought. And no, I didn't buy it like this with all this stuff on it. I did that. And then I'll show you. Nothing in there. Empty. But, so this is my baby. I love this gun. So, I changed the charging handle here. I gave myself an ambidextrous charging handle. This is actually a Steam MG one. Really nice. Then I added this nice Tacticon, or tactical reticle like zoom. So this actually is a magnifier, and then it magnifies my red dot that I have here. And then the barrel length of my gun is a 10.5. So they have ones from SBR status, which will be like a short barrel rifle, which you will need a tax stamp for. With mine, it has a pistol grip. So it's technically designated as a pistol, so it's not an SBR. But it is a short barrel rifle, which then has it in that little gray area kind of like thing. So with mine, I have my drum mag plus some extra magazines that I actually bought because you never know. I have, O-Light Valkyrie, laser and, actual light. So it's very, very useful. And then I have a normal little bipod. Was quite inexpensive, really nice. And then down the line, I ended up buying this nifty little thing that is basically a sound mitigation device, right? It's not a silencer, so you don't need a tax stamp. You don't need to pay no $800-900 for it. And what it does, it comes with this nice little barrel, and then it also comes with this, which is just a big old empty cylinder. That's literally all it is. So what this does is it shoots all the noise forward. It doesn't like disperse it anyway, it shoots it forward. Now, in doing so, at the same time, it shoots more gas backwards towards you. So keep that in mind. But it works very nice when it comes to scaring the living crap out of someone that either you're shooting at or someone who might be next to you on the other side of you while you're, at the range. Because this thing, and a buddy of mine, he has one exactly like this, like literally exactly like it, minus like runes and whatnot on it. But this thing without that on there is really loud. It is, I would say, stupid loud, and I love it because it sounds like a cannon. People look at you and going, "What are you shooting?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just shooting my normal AR-15. I just got done unloading some 223 out of it." Or whatever else be the case. So, very, very great gun, very reliable gun. And honestly, when I bought this, I got this for, I'd say $4.99 with shipping and handling and all that. And when you do buy parts or buy certain other kind of things, and it says, your FFL, make sure whichever FFL you're sending it to is close to your house. So it's a really good idea to go out and find an FFL. and actually kind of build up a rapport with them, because a lot of times you'll actually find a really good FFL that will have some really decent people in it to the point to where you'll feel comfortable in there. Like the one I go to for a lot of my gun transfers and everything else is a really chill dude. Me and him at one point in time did the same job and everything else, and now he owns his own shop. Which, shoot, dude's cool. Does not charge me that much when it comes to transfer fees, like at all, which is a positive, because there was a time that I was supposed to pay $150 for a transfer fee, and he made me just pay 25. So I was just ecstatic. I saved $125, so I bought ammo. That's what I did. And also at my FFL, a good portion of the time, if the ammo's there, buy as much as you want, and they don't care. Love that too. So another reason, if you're gonna get into guns and you're new, check out your local shops, because sometimes some of those local shops won't care how much ammo you buy from them. Bass Pro, Cabela's, Sportman, they will. They'll still allow you to buy some, but at the same time, they will limit you. Some of mine that I go to, some of my local shops, not even just an FFL, just some of my local ammo and gun part shops, very, very good to go to compared to price range. Sometimes price is a little bit cheaper, sometimes a little bit higher. Just gotta watch out on that one. But when it comes to buying an AR-15 or building it, either way, it's a lot of fun. And I can't wait to actually build my own, because when I build mine, I'm gonna do a 300 blackout. I'm gonna make sure it's actually a 16 barrel, and from there, I'm also gonna kind of try to like do a custom all build, such as lower parts, kit, everything done by me. I mean, I love the Magpul grip I have on this, which is probably where I'll go with like a grip for my next one. I'll buy a Magpul grip, get me an ambidextrous charging handle, instead of having the pistol brace stock, which I mean, or not stock, but the pistol brace, which honestly I don't have a problem with, but I mean the end of it is a little like flimsy. It bends pretty easily. I mean, it's the whole point of it, because you still both stick your arm in here. I mean, that's what it's for. Because it's supposed to help like brace your arm and help you keep a hold of the gun. So that's what it's for. So it does its job. But I definitely want to get a folding one, because it'll be a little bit easier for storing and stocking somewhere. So always remember this when it comes to how you're going to build the gun. Do you want it to be a long gun, 16 inches? Do you want it to be an SBR? Do you want it to be a pistol style one, like how mine is right here? And what's the functionality of the gun gonna be? Do you want it to be your shit hit the fan gun like mine, which is why I have majority of all the stuff on here? The only thing I didn't show you was like my sling that I have for it, which is just a basic paracord sling, which is really nice. And when it comes to shit hit the fan, if I need to build something with the paracord, it'll come in handy, because it's a lot of it. But at the same time, I have a whole assload of spare paracord too, because I just bought a big old like 600-foot twine of it and made a whole buttload of stuff. But remember those. What's the functionality? What are you gonna do with it? Is it gonna be for fun? Is it gonna be? Are you going to go out and just do shooty shoots with it? Are you gonna use it for practicing? Are you going to use it for long range shots? Maybe you're gonna get into practice shooting. Are you gonna get into tournaments? Are you gonna get into whatever else be the case? Whatever you're doing with it, have that in mind before you build it, and or before you buy and then start buying attachments for it, because scopes and magnifiers and all that kind of stuff not cheap. Sometimes you can get some really good ones for pretty cheap, but at the same time you never know. So always have that in mind. What route am I going to go? And then also do this: when you get one, buy one or build one, get some extra parts. Get an extra trigger, get an extra bolt carrier group, get an extra barrel, get extra stuff. Because they do wear out. I mean, with mine, right? I have barely cleaned it. I only clean it every so often after I use it, and that's not even after I use it. Usually I'll go, it's been a while, inspect it for any kind of rust or blemishes or anything else like that, and, clean it off. Very reliable gun. So always remember spare parts, what you're going to do with it, what your plan is, and everything else. So, other than that, have fun. Don't worry about what other people think. What matters is what you think and how you feel. But always go out and get someone's opinion, especially one who's actually been around and done the thing for a long, long time when it comes to guns. So have fun. And you know what? If you're a new person coming into guns, welcome. We're all really nice people. A lot of us have no problem giving people advice or helping anyone or anything else. And at the same time, we're not too judgmental. I mean, if you want to buy a high point, buy a high point. But at the same time, there are going to be people who look at you and go, "Why? You got it for cheap? Okay, awesome." Because I mean, I have a Black Aces Tactical lever action 12 gauge. You don't hear very many good things about it, but I actually like it. It's a good 12 gauge. And it was cheap. But, anyways, so when it comes to how you want to do it, build and have fun, or buy and have fun, my whole point, have fun. So, I hope this helps anyone coming up with a decision. Hopefully, when it comes down to it, you ain't too stressed out because you shouldn't be. Just go out, buy the parts, have fun. Go out, buy the gun, buy the parts, have fun. And at the same time, I know I'm kind of rambling on a little bit on this one. I do apologize. But either way, technically, whether you buy one or you build one, you're still building the gun. Even if you buy a whole kitted out AR, right? And then you go, I don't like this scope. So I'm going to take this scope off and add a magnifier or a red dot. That's changing it. Oh, I don't like this handguard. I'm gonna take this handguard off. Or I don't like this barrel. I'm gonna change this barrel. Or I don't like this trigger. I'm gonna change this trigger. Or I don't like this hand grip. I'm gonna change this or this or this. Whatever. Whatever you end up doing, you end up building it. So either way, whether you buy it and build it or just buy the parts and build it, it's the same thing. And if you build your own, you can sit there and go, "Yep, this is mine. I built it." So that's the other kind of point to building one is you have that pride of saying, "Yeah, I built this. I didn't buy it like this. I built it." Which is why when I built mine, or at least bought mine and built it up, was I added everything to make sure that it stood out from every other pistol braced style AR-15 that you can buy from Palmetto. And also, this is a Ruger, so yeah, and it's a really good one too. But anyways, I hope this helped anyone. I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great stuff. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for the next one. Later, y'all.